Hey guys, Chris Cards here, and it is time to buy some wax packs. Now, if you have searched around eBay for either this or that, you've seen these auctions for packs upon packs of lovely wax, and I'm sure it got you excited like it got me excited. Just look at those photos. You just want to take a few of those boxes off that shelf and take them home. I don't care that the highest card in the set is worth $1. I still want to open those packs. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. It'll take a few days for these cards to get to my doorstep, but through the power of e-commerce, I am going to get what I want. Now, many of us know this guy selling these wax packs as Eric Jabs of Jabs Family fame and his addicting videos. So what sort of deal are we looking at here from Eric? Well, I'm aiming for 10 lots of 100 cards, so at least 70 packs, including 2 of the bonus packs you receive for ordering 10 lots. That's sort of the motivating factor there for 10 lots. The math here is pretty simple. It includes shipping, and it's the best wax deal on eBay. Now, almost immediately after ordering, the price went up $1 a lot due to the recent increase in postage. It really was a pretty significant increase in postage from the USPS, so there was really no choice no matter. He had to raise his price a little bit, but it's still a great deal. All right, guys, and just like that, here it is. Here's the box. It came priority mail. It came pretty quick, and I cannot wait to get this open, and I cannot wait to open up some packs. $9 plus 2 bonus in here. And there we have it, guys. We are unboxed. We are going to stack these packs. We are going to sort them by manufacturer and by year, and we are going to open every single one of them. I will start with my least favorite and work my way to the favorite, which means if I see a triple play in here, I will be opening that first, and I'm sure all the tops will be last. How many packs do we have here? We got 79 total packs. That's 1,180 cards. That's way more than the advertised amount of 1,000 cards. So kudos to Eric. He could have taken out a few of those packs, saved himself a little bit of money, and got me closer to that 1,000 card mark as advertised, but he didn't. Most eBay sellers don't do that, guys. So as you see me sorting these packs quite quickly, let me give you a quick rundown of what we got. I'll just give you the breakdown by manufacturer. We've got 36 packs of Topps, 16 packs of Donruss, 15 Fleer, 6 Score, 5 Upper Deck, and 1 Leaf. So there you have it, guys. All the packs, 79 total, 1,180 cards, and I'm going to start with the triple play as advertised. So hang on to your hats. Let's go live and do this. Get this out of the way first. Notable rookies from this set, nobody. Nobody of any note in this set whatsoever. Maybe Bill Clinton rookie card, that's in here. And we'll see what we got here. Vince Coleman threw a firecracker at a bunch of people, got in trouble for that. Steve Olin killed in a boat accident along with Tim Cruz. Also injured was Bob Ojeda. Benito Santiago, Karkovice. That's a cool one. I always liked that when I was a kid. Action shots. And there we go, folks. Joey Bell. Don't call me Albert. All right. So we got that out of the way. My other least favorite is the Score cards. Now, Score does have a little bit of charm. I think the cards are ugly. The colors are terrible. They belong on the t-shirts of the day, not on the cards of the day. So very early 90s look to them, which I guess, what do you expect? But 90 Score had a bunch of cards in the set. I guess the Frank Thomas, Sosa, Jackson, those were big cards. The Jackson shoulder pad card was pretty iconic. There's a Sandberg era that's in here that's pretty interesting. Greg Maddux. And Dave Island, who's now a pitching coach. So that's it for 90. Move on to 91 Score. 91 Score had 893 cards in the base set. The big rookie cards from this set were Chipper Jones and Mike Mussina. We won't get Mussina because this is the second series set. Second series is actually a little more interesting than the first series because they have the Mickey Mantle subset cards. It's 7 cards signed. I think 6,000 or 5,000 of each card were signed. There's one of the Dream Team cards. So there's that chance. They have the caricature cards and stuff like that in here. I was never a big fan of those. Tim Costo, I just sent him through the mail, so I wished I would have waited. Trivia cards, Doug Mirabelli, Jesse Roscoe, who pitched a long time in the major leagues. All right, 91 score continues. A huge, huge base set, 893 cards. This was broken up into two series. Wade Boggs Dream Team. They had cool cards. They had the Griffies. They had a shirtless Kirby Puckett card I thought was pretty cool. There's another Ryan Sandberg card. There's a Griffey. So some neat cards in this pack. Tim Costo again. My goodness. Dwight Gooden, Randy Johnson. Trivia, whatever they are. Sports Flicks like cards. Still with 91. We got 91. We got one more pack of these to go. And then we're going to crack open 92 score. 92 score also had 893 cards in this set. I've only got one 92 score card, so... The problem with these subsets, the inserts, such as the Mickey Mantles, and in 92 they have a... Joe DiMaggio. I mean, there's 2,500 autos of Joe DiMaggio in this next set here. In 92 score, and they just printed off so many cards. It's going to be super hard to find one of those. Really, really hard. 92 score, let's see, they had Manny Ramirez, and that was about it. Manny Ramirez, his draft pick card is pretty big. Well, not that big, but, I mean, for me to get excited, I'd have to find probably a Manny Ramirez. No one else is that exciting here. Looks like I got two Doug Jones cards, or was it Barry Jones? Doesn't matter. So there we go. Moving right along, we're gonna stick with score. Here's a 92 score Pinnacle, I guess, or this was their crack at being a premium card company. I'm not sure how well that worked out. 92 again. The Manny Ramirez card is the big one, and that's probably it. These cards are sticking a little bit, and they're completely black, which means you can see the white on the edges nice and clearly. So. That is a neat card. Al Shirley, I'm pretty sure he never played an inning of baseball, at least at the major league level. These are thick cards. They're not thick cards. They're just sticking together. Dale Murphy. Should be a Hall of Famer. Mark Grace. And that's it for that. Close the book on 92 score Pinnacle. Next I'm going to do 95 Fleer. I just got one of these packs. 600 cards in this set. They're pretty wild. They're pretty busy. And again, they are sticking together. So, I know it's all on how you store these cards, but some of these cards just don't age well. I mean, I'm not sure how much a pack of this will be worth in 15, 20 years. Because the collectors are just going to assume they're all screwed up. I'm not ruining them, but there's not a lot of paper loss here, so that's good. Ozzie Smith. I like that card. Ivan Rodriguez. Another neat card. Mike Piazza on the back. Alright. That was that. The only upper deck I got from the lot is 91 Upper Deck. Probably the most interesting card is the Jordan short print, where he's taking batting practice in a Chicago White Sox uni. Or I think he's in a uniform. He's at least taking it with the White Sox. Senior Tom Gordon. Big cards in this set, probably Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones rookie's not a bad one. There's Todd Van Poppel. About 20 years ago, if you would have gotten this card, you would have been screaming like a girl. But now it's just a common. Phil Plantier, also a stud back in the day. I remember I went to a Yankee Red Sox game when I was very young. Phil Plantier was out there in the outfield, and I was with the bleacher creatures in right field at Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium, and they gave him a lot of crap during a game. I was out there with a youth group, I think, so that was interesting. Heard some things I probably shouldn't have heard that day. Hojo, Haji, David Cohn. Also got the Mike Mussina rookie card in here. Got in the Hall of Fame just recently. Giants and Dodgers so far on the holograms. I'll just leave them right there. I think the last time I got the Jabs, I did. This is my second 10 lot pack I got from him. It's tough to say all those words together. And I think the first time I did get some 93 Upper Deck. There's the Buccos. Ah, thought I said Chipper Jones. It says Chris Johnson. Damn you, Upper Deck. Come on, Jordan, where are you, buddy? Pretty much everybody that wants one of those cards has one now. There's pretty much no value to it except for the fact that I don't have one yet. And I kind of want one. I'm not going to go out of my way and buy it, but if I pull it from a pack, I will keep it. Vaughn Hayes, Don Carmen. All these little stories I have of all these players. I don't want to repeat myself. Hey! Sick! There we go. You can see Chris Johnson, Chipper Jones. From the back, I thought it was a Chipper Jones, but you know what? Here's the Chipper Jones. And even got the prospect checklist. All right, folks, there we go. How's it look? Corner, not the greatest, but that's all right. It came up a little bit. No, it's kind of scuffed up a bit. Card's been kicking around for a long time. So there you go, folks. Not bad at all. I'll put that aside. All right, that was the score right there. Ooh, there's 700 cards in this set. I don't know if this is a high series pack or not. I think it's low. It would say high if it was high. So, chance of me pulling one of those Chipper Jones cards, slim. But I did it. I always liked this card as a kid. Like Fisk and Ventura. Bly 11, Hall of Famer. Frank Tanana. Like his last name. It's fun to say. Rhymes with banana. Chris Sabo. There's Obnoxious Goggles. There's another Dodgers one. Oh, Steve Carsey. And another Star Rookie checklist. So, hey. Not bad, guys. Alright, gang, we are now going to hit up the Fleer packs we've got. We've got one pack of 81 Fleer. We got one pack each of the 92, 93 Fleer. We've got one pack of 91 Fleer Ultra, 95 Fleer Ultra. We got 3 packs of 88, and we got 5 packs of 90. And let's just go with the least interesting years as far as I'm concerned, and that would be 92. 92 Fleer, you got 720 cards, complete set. You can probably buy that for about $5-10. Scott Brocious, Vinny Castilla. Maybe those are the kind of the rookies you're looking for. There's a Sosa. Lofton. A bad pack. There's our friend Phil Plantier again. Not terrible. 93 Fleer. Again, you can find in here nobody really. Nobody of interest. Anthony Young, who had the longest losing streak of a pitcher of all time. Saw Yunt back there, Sid Fernandez, Sandberg, another Hall of Famer. There's Lofton again. Alright, so that was 92, 93 Fleer. Let's go ahead and do 91 Fleer Ultra. Again, Ripken, Bonds, Nolan Ryan, McGuire. Your stars. There's no real great rookies from here. Fleer had the stickers. Glavin, not bad. Seems like I get a Chris Sabo in every pack of cards I open. Wingfield. There we go. Close the book on 91 Fleer Ultra. Let's check out 95 Fleer Ultra. 12 cards in here. 95 still not much different than the other. We're just kind of looking for some stars in here. There's no real prominent rookie. There's Tony Gwynn. Looking fit in that photo. Chris Gomes or Gomez. Probably Gomes. David Weathers. He's got a kid coming up through the ranks. Got a few of his cards earlier in the year. Kevin Seitzer. Not a whole lot there. So there's that. Close the book on Fleer Ultra. Now we got left over here. Well, we got 87 tops. We're not working on that. We got 81 Fleer right there. 81 Fleer, not too exciting. You got Henderson. You got Kirk Gibson rookie card. Henderson's got a nice card in there. You've got Pete Rose. Cool thing about the 81 Fleer, that they actually have the stick of gum in here. It was their first set of cards, baseball cards, since 1963. So they had the put the stick of gum in there to kind of do what Topps does, and Topps said, not so fast, you can't do that. Went to court over it, which is, looking back on it now, is dumb, because, you know, the gum was not a great idea. Maybe at the time it was a good idea, but when people are buying these packs 30 years later, it's not great, especially when they ruin the cards. So Fleer started putting stickers right on cue. They started putting stickers in their packs instead of gum, and of course stickers held up just fine. The gum, on the other hand, not so much. There's another one of those stickers. John Franco pitched quite a few years for the Reds before pitching quite a few years for the Mets. Trying to check out the camera's jumping back and forth focusing here. I'm trying to look at the camera and do this at the same time to see if there's a way I can hold these cards a little bit better so it doesn't happen. I think it's trying to focus on my packs in the background. So let's see if I can block the packs and see if I can keep it from doing that. What is this, 1988 or 1990 I'm on? Jose Uribe, pull one of his cards. Goes for quite a bit on eBay. Sosa, of course. Sosa would be kind of cool. Delano DeShields, Jason Grimsley. Greg Jeffries. Checklist, just what I wanted. Always got bummed out when I was a kid about the checklists. Like, what am I going to do with that? Which that was before the internet, and before you could pull up a checklist whenever you wanted to. So some of those checklists did come in handy. I know when I was putting sets together, I guess I needed those checklists to see not just what number I needed, because I knew what numbers I needed. I needed to know who the players were too, so when I was looking through packs, I could find them. Pete Incaviglia, always liked his name. All right, now let's switch to 88. 88 Fleer. Says he's, I like the 88 Fleer. I like the look. Think they look pretty cool. I know it looks like a Hostess Tasty Cake or something like that, but thought they were cool back in the day. I still think they're kind of neat. There's Lee Lacy. Charges $20 for a through the mail autograph in case you want to go look at one of my through the mail Mondays and figure that one out. Bo Jackson. Edgar Martinez rookie card in here. Newly crowned Hall of Famer, as well as Greg Maddux. I'll take either one of those cards, these next 2 packs. I have stickers and holograms all over my table. Paul Molitor. Prospects. Jeff King, I think, was okay. Ron Darling, commentator for the SNY, the Mets telecast, as well as TBS. I do believe he does the postseason for TBS, and I think he does the game of the week for TBS. So he's great. I remember he started doing commentating for the Nationals, and I listened to a few National games, and he was terrible. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice Nolan Ryan card. But he really came into his own. He's a really good broadcaster now. Well, Clark, not bad. Mark McGuire, hey. So this was probably our best pack so far. Not bad at all. All right, let's do this 1981 Fleer pack. Gum in there. 81 Fleer, like I said, Kirk Gibson, Henderson, Ryan, Rose, their first set of cards since 1963. And there is the gum. It is very old, almost as old as I am. And it is discolored, and I'm sure I could get some hits or some views on YouTube if I ate that and filmed myself, but I'm not that desperate. That sounds disgusting. I'll pass. Mickey Klutz. Wonder how many errors he had. Doesn't have errors back here. That's a shame. This card is pretty much dinged up right here and chewed up, so I'm glad. Actually, this one's dinged up too. Champ Summers. They don't have names like these anymore. Fred Lynn. These are all pretty scuffed up. Oh, no, they're getting better. Hey, that's a neat card. His rookie was in 75. But that's a Hall of Famer right there. His beard is not as long as it is now, and his hair is not as long, so. Try Al Oliver. Oh no, checklist. Bar. Goose Gossage. Another Hall of Famer. Not a bad pack as far as Hall of Famers are concerned. There's nothing really big in this set. I could see how it would be a kind of a freebie for if you buy 5 lots of his cards he throws in that. It's interesting. I got some Hall of Famers in there. Nice cards, except for the first couple that were dinged up, but there we have it. In fact, let's go ahead, since we're done with Fleer, let's go ahead and check out this Leaf Series 2 pack while we're at it. And then we pretty much just have Topps and Donruss left. Stadium Club. But we're getting down there. We've opened up a lot of the kind of like this design too. I'm probably alone in that, but that's okay. Might be some nostalgia. Might just be I have bad taste. Could be both of those things. I'm not sure what it is, but not bad. Dang it. Hey, Nolan Ryan. Not bad. like I said, these star cards are pretty much the biggest cards in this set. I mean, all right, guys, let's finish this up. I went back through my Pinnacle, found a Frank Thomas in there that was stuck to somebody. So, card number 1. That's not bad. Forgot a 91 Fleer pack, so why waste time on breaking this open? See Chris Gwynn on the back. These cards are hard to look at. There's too much yellow. Yellow does not belong on a baseball card. Not this much yellow. I know Jabs does not like this set either. In fact, he despises 91. So, but hey, Barry Bonds, not too shabby. 91 was a forgettable year for baseball cards. I remember Stadium Club was pretty decent back in the day. Of course, nowadays, half the cards that were worth anything aren't worth anything anymore because the guys never panned out or they just didn't have a good sustained career. This might be a while. Jesus, it's going to be opening day before I get this open. Tear it. I don't like tearing it like that because I don't like putting pressure on the cards. 2012, Topps opening day. This is the newest card I got. Newest pack I've got from the lot. So Cano. Catch a foul ball. This is some sort of strange card game. I don't know anything about this set except that there's really nobody in it. And there's that. So right there we are through Topps opening day. Alright, so I just opened up my first Topps pack. I am going to work on Donruss right now. I bought boxes of this as a kid. They were fairly cheap, probably $5. So I bought them. This is 92, Series 1. And then I'll work on the 80s. I actually sent a lot of these out through the mail just because it's nice clean design. There's a junior. Nice smooth, nice surface to sign on. And this pack actually pretty decent. I mean, considering it's 92 Donruss. Got a junior in there. Yeah, there's Todd Van Poppel. Once again. You younger kids watching this, I'm not sure how many young kids are actually that interested in these kinds of cards. Todd Van Poppel was, he was basically Ronald Acuna Jr. back in the day, except for the fact that he was expensive, he was sought after, and he just didn't make it in the majors. That's about all there is to say about that. And you know, 2018 was a great year for rookies. It'll be interesting to look back in 20 years and see how many of those guys panned out. Juan Soto, you know, Gleyber Torres, Kuna, even Ohtani. You know, you got to put it together for at least 10 years. Perhaps have a Hall of Fame career, Hall of Fame numbers. You got to stay healthy. This is not easy. Clemens? That's why it's tough to hang on to some of these cards. I mean, they're the most valuable right now, probably. You're pulling a one-of-one Ohtani or something like that. Do you flip that and sell that and make some money and buy some more cards? Or do you hold on to that and hope, you know, his career is just flawless? I mean, it's a big risk. Mark Langston. Top 26 cards of this was each team's best player. I think that was sort of the theory behind it. Some of these guys, I'd have to look at the rosters back in the day, but I mean, I think Ron Darling is on 88. I mean, they had Strawberry and Dwight Gooden, and I mean, Darling had a good year, but anyways, here's the puzzle pieces. So Fleer had the stickers, and Donruss had the puzzle pieces. Upper Deck had the holograms. So what we're looking for in here, there's Tom Nieto. Mets have a catcher named Tom Nito, so I did a double take there, like, hey, there's Blackjack McDowell, rookie card, not bad. He was pretty solid major leaguer. Pretty solid major leaguer in 1988. Donruss does not get you much, though. It gets you a 5 or 10 cent premium. And we're looking for that Tom Glavine, by the way. That's pretty much the only card worth anything in here. And that's really not worth that much either, but it would be cool to have a Tom Glavine rookie card from here. There's Bonds. Palmeiro. Second year Palmeiro. Magadan. There's Gary Gaetti. Keith Hernandez. Mex. Called Keith Hernandez Mex, but he was not Mexican. He was Spanish. Hernandez. Generally speaking, that name is well synonymous with Spain, not Mexico. Now we are on 89 Donruss, and I opened up 1,000 of these when I was a kid because I could afford them. They were dirt cheap, and you know, you're looking for Ken Griffey Jr. That's who we're looking for now, and that's about it. Jose Uribe, Nolan Ryan. All right, 2 more of these packs to go. Trying to speed this up a little bit. Bobby Bowe. Bobby Bowe again. These are waxed onto the cards, basically. They're waxed really well onto the cards. Not much pack searching going on here because it's take a lot of time and effort to reseal these packs looking for a Griffey. Rated rookie, but not who we want. Saberhagen. Mets had him at the tail end of his career. Jim Rice, Hall of Famer. Hershiser. There you go. Next year here, we are going 90. 90 tops. Deion Sanders is not a bad card to have. Oh, you gotta be kidding me here. Jesus. I think I can probably get that off. You actually have wax on the card itself, and unfortunately, Deion Sanders is kind of one of the key cards to this set. In a set that does not have many key cards, that's for sure. So that's kind of a bum deal. I'll still sleeve that up and put that with my rookies. I don't care. I mean, it's not worth anything. It's not like I decreased the value of it by having... There's Diamond King. Decreased the value of by having some random stuff on it. There's plenty of these to go around, so... He looks bored. He'd rather be playing football. So that's neat. Deion Primetime Sanders from that. How's my scene look? Pretty good. Every now and then I don't want to show you guys my computer. You don't need to see that. Got Chipper there. Get rid of my... Once again... I don't know how this happens. I mean, I know the card Tim Leary is not worth anything, but... Julio Machado. I loved saying that guy's name back in the day. Terry Leach, side armor. Norm Charlton, part of the Nasty Boys with Rob Dibble, who I think we got in the last pack. Howard Johnson, who probably was the Mets' best player in 1989-ish, 90. Yeah, these cards are... keep quiet and not... babble on so I can edit that out so you guys don't have to watch me do that for 15 seconds, but try to edit when I can, when I'm not saying anything interesting, which is a lot, but Should usually keep quiet in between opening packs of cards, so if I do have a struggle with one of these packs of cards, I can just edit it out real quick and save 10 seconds. Like that. I kind of like the blue color on this. I thought these cards were okay. There we go. That's actually a pretty decent pack. I stuck to the puzzle piece. That's more like it. Over here, Noah. Tommy Glavine, Will Clark, Darren Dalton, Getty, longtime pitching coach of the Giants. And one more of these to go, and then I think that is it for Donruss. Another Nolan Ryan. David West does Through the Mail. Eck. Junior All-Star card. Divine Calderon, I think he was murdered. Robbed and murdered. Maybe he wasn't. I don't think he's alive. I don't know what happened, but I don't think he's alive. That might have been Yvonne Calderon. I always thought that was a cool name, but... Alright guys, we are on the home stretch. As you see, we've got tops left, and that is it. You see 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 92, 94, and we've got an 84 right there. Save the best for last, most definitely. Tops is the best. Love their cards. And pretty excited about it. So let's get going on this. Let's start with Top Stadium Club. Top Stadium Club, we've got 1 from 91, second series. We've got 3 Series 3s from 92. Again, these 91 was a classic set back in the day, man. We loved them as a kid, but it was definitely nice cards, but didn't age well. A lot of the stars that were worth some money back in the day didn't quite pan out. Stadium Club was actually a stadium, was a club. I think you could use that card I just put over there and sign up, and I don't know what you got, I never did it, but this set, it's not very exciting. The usual cast of characters are who you want to pull out of this. No real rookies to speak of, and as there you see, card 751. 2 of these cards in here, and I'm trying to figure out which way to hold these. These are sticking a little. There's Ricky. Ricky and another card. There we go. I always like the photography on here, certainly different. Notice with the new 2019 tops that are coming out, the photography is unique. They're doing some cool things, some different shots. I think the stadium cards are actually pretty cool. Really neat how they have them framed. They look so majestic and wonderful. And I'll be glad to be done with these cards. These are just not fun. Dennis Rasmussen, Through the Mail. Joe McGrain, Through the Mail. Could probably through the mail the entire pack of cards, which means I did not get a whole lot of stars out of that one. But we got 2 more packs. Let's see who we get. Maybe I can get a couple of those players that jog my memory and take me back to a kinder, simpler time. First of all, I'd love to just be able to check these cards out without, Jesus. Just do it like this, guys. Sorry. It's took a while to get through here. Hey, I remember this card. Member's Choice card, Howard Johnson. That's funny, because that's probably the only Member's Choice card I have. As a grown-up, a big Met fan. Was a big Howard Johnson fan. Xavier Hernandez. Doug Jones. Jeffries. Alright, guys. Zaski. All right. Hey, look at this. These cards are all facing the proper direction. Hey, there we go. There's a Nolan Ryan. Very nice. Through the magic of editing, I went ahead and sorted all these cards. Didn't ruin anything. I saw the Ryan and I was excited. I'm still excited for it. And there we go. That's it for the Topps Stadium Club. Alright guys, home stretch. Topps and Topps alone. That's all I've got left. Stadium Club's gone. Donruss, Fleer. Triple play was like a lifetime ago. Let's go ahead and start in reverse order here, starting with the newest and ending with the 1984 Topps pack over here. Maybe we'll get ourselves a Don Mattingly. 94 Topps, notable cards in here. There are no notable cards in here. Jeter, probably. Aside from your usual stars. Gwynn. Fred McGriff. All-Star card. Who's the other All-Star? Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Crime Dog and the Big Hurt. Uh-oh. Well. See how these cards end up looking. Not great. Danny Darwin, who does through the mail, except for me. I got my return to sender from him. It's a Topps Gold card. David Need. Now, David Need was going to be a stud. And he did not turn out to be a stud. That Rock Reigns, another Hall of Famer, Rob Dibble. And, yeah, David Need, that name just jogged my memory. There's David West. And, yeah, David Need, that's right, man. He came up with Colorado. He was supposed to be a stud. Greg McMichael, Gold Cup card. These are basically bricks. I mean, it is what it is. Certain years just do not hold up very well. Steve Cook, Gold Cup. 2 Gold Cup cards in here of players that I barely remember. Scott Service, there's not different Scott Service. This is not the catcher. He's pitching, so that can't be him. So there is Pat Mahomes. Of course, his son is the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. Had a great year. You can see Pat played for the Mets after this, a few years after this, and his son wears the Mets jersey every now and then. Us Met fans get a kick out of that. All right. Tim Wallach gold card. Steve Avery. There's David Neat again. Remember Steve Avery, I mean, you had Maddox, you had Glavine, you had Smoltz. You had a lot of solid pitchers on the Braves in those early 90s teams, so a lot of seemed like you just figured any Braves pitcher was going to be decent. So nothing too exciting in any of these packs whatsoever. All right, now we're on to we're done with that. Thankfully, that was a chore. Now we're on to 92 tops. We'll see how these are. And yes, Ivan Calderon died in 2003. He was shot in the back at a bar. So the other guy, I can't think of the other guy that was robbed, but I won't speculate. Mickey Morandini. I used to love to hear Harry Callis pronounce his name as the Philly broadcaster. Johnny Oates. So 92 tops. Nothing really exciting. There's Tim Cruz again. Remember I said Steve Olin was killed in a boating accident. Tim Cruz was with him as well. And Bob Ojeda. Bobby O lived. The other two died. I think they ran into a pier. Not good. Gold Cup, Roy Langford. Yount. Cards are sealed differently than most of the Topps packs are. This is kind of like what Fleer did this year too. They were not easy to open. Kyle Ripken, like that card. It's got his Lou Gehrig, oh, yeah, the whole streak thing. Sure, that makes sense. Like, what? Jose Canseco. Nothing too exciting about these cards. Kind of a plain design, or Sheffield. And that's the last pack. So we're done with that. We're done with the 90s. Well, we're not done with the 90s. Here's 99, or here's 90. Alright, now it's time for 90. Now we're in the gum era. Gum era. Darren Walton, Gold Cup. Don Ossie. You will find him number 1 in the Baseball Almanac. Who was the last alphabetical player to play? As in Z? Zupsic, maybe? That's a guess. It's probably not. I'll look that up and I will put that on the screen down below, as I like to do when I incorrectly guess stuff or wonder or muse. The gum killed that card. Who's laughing now, Topps? Fleer and Donruss are laughing. They don't have destroyed cards with gum stains on them, but you know what? Topps has the exclusive on the car deal, so that's kind of I guess that trumps everything. Bobby Thigpen, who had the career saves record until it was broken by somebody. I should remember who that was. Again, I'll just put that on the screen down below. Roger Craig, who always looked super old. He always looked like he was like 70. Even when you go back to Jack McKeon, look at that guy. Remember him with the Marlins? He was ancient then. He's still kicking. Charlie O'Brien, I remember him and his white afro, his perm. Mr. Deion Primetime Sanders, I do believe that is his rookie card. And he looks just as excited on this card as he does the other ones, so. Again, I guess he'd rather be playing football. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but it feels like it's going to be really long. Apologize for that. There's a lot of packs here. And it's been a lot of fun. I've liked doing it. But this is the second 10-pack lot, or 10-pack. 100-card lot I bought from Jab's family on eBay. It's probably my last one. Got enough of these cards. Nostalgia's kind of over the nostalgia of it. There's a lot of cards I haven't checked out yet. I mean, there's 25 years worth of cards I didn't collect, so I'd love to go back and check some of those other years out too. Glavin. Some of these cards just did not age well. It's a cool card. Got a lot of those cards. Doug Radar, Don Zimmer, Pedro Guerrero. Was it Pedro? Was that the Pedro? Was Pedro the one I got robbed and shot and killed? I was thinking of Yvonne. Yvonne Calderon got shot in the back at a bar. Maybe it was Pedro Guerrero. No, Pedro Guerrero's alive and well. And still in the game. Sorry about that, family of Pedro Guerrero, if you're listening or watching this at the moment. 89 tops. There's only one of these. Told you he was a side armor. Look at him get down there. Man, he got low. Alright. One pack of 89 tops. Done. Let's do 88 tops. I think we got 5 of these. .88 tops. We're looking for, I guess, Glavin. Pack number 2. The Doctor, Dr. K. Roger McDowell. Wally Backman, my high school baseball coach. And I sat next to him on the bus. I mean, I love listening to his stories. No one knew. Well, I came from New Jersey, moved to Oregon, so no one knew who he was, really. I knew who he was. No one cared. I was the biggest baseball fan in Oregon when I moved out there. I was like, man, I couldn't find baseball cards anywhere. Had to buy a big old satellite dish to get WWR and the sports channel to see the Mets, and that was tough. Took a couple years. I mean, now I can drive down the street and put it on my phone and watch all the Mets I want. It's crazy. On demand. Frank Rich Gossage right there. Casey Candell, Gold Cup card. So times have definitely changed, but I loved those 2 years I had under Wally. And yes, he got, I remember very, very clearly him getting kicked out of one game. And he gets a bad rap for that. He's pretty passionate, though. He loves the game. You can't blame him there. His players will run through a brick wall for him, and he'll stick up for him. So, do you remember, I think it was an American Legion game, so it was summer ball, basically, and I think he, hey, Jose Lind, future star. I think he lost it. You got the 2019 Topps has the future stars, and it's also kind of colorful like that, kind of a throwback. He lost it. He got thrown out of the game. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like you see from the games on the on YouTube where he just goes nuts. But he was a cool guy. In person, definitely. As a coach, he was great. Very smart. Remember his son, Wally Backman Jr.? He was 5, 6 years old, maybe 8, 9. I guess he was probably a little older than that. And I remember playing catch with him, and I followed his career. I think he made it to, I think he got drafted by Texas, and I don't think he made it much further than that, unfortunately. He was much bigger than Wally. I thought he was going to be awesome, going to be a stud, but you know, Wally had the guts. Wally willed his way into the major leagues. He was a gritty player, man, and he had to be. He didn't have the size, and he made it work, man. He got that big major league pension. I remember him talking about that in practice one day. He's like, yeah, he still gets his check every month. Must be nice. And you play 1 day in the major leagues, you get health care for life. You play 43 days, you get a pension. Now, it's not very exciting. It's not a very big pension plan, but it's pretty good. You play 10 years. 10 years is the big mark. In fact, the players nowadays have kind of celebrations each time one of the players hits that 10-year mark, because that's a big deal. It's a lot of money. So 87 Topps. I'd love to see a McGuire in here. Bonds. Classic year. Gum is not doing us any favors, of course. But so far, just a bunch of duds. Tony Bernazard, I think he works in the Mets front office. Paul Molitor. Sid Bream does through the mail, costs $1 a signature. You send him 10 cards, you send him $10. You get signed cards. Charlie Huff also does through the mail. Not sure how old he is, but he's got to be up there. Knuckleballer. I feel like now that I got more room to spread my hands out, all the packs are disappearing. I feel like I'm moving further and further away from the camera. I apologize for that. You know, it's tough. You got to. I like that Brett Butler. In fact, I'm about to send off some through the mail, so I'm going to actually put that aside because I need one more card for that, and I think that'll do. Hope you guys like this. Jabs does a great job putting these boxes together. You know, he's got tons of wax, and he gets $5 a box. I can't find it out in Oregon. I can't find these boxes out in Oregon, so I know I'm paying more for them, but that's okay. It's a price I'm willing to pay. There's a Bob Ojeda. It's a good price. Now, the price just recently went up, I think $1 a lot, so my 10 lots would cost me $10 extra. So I think my average pack price went from like $1.03 to $1.27 or something like that. Still pretty good. It's not really his fault. He had to do it. It was too cheap. USPS just went up in price a lot for priority mail and everything. Everything went up across the board, so really changes the economics of eBay and shipping and all that stuff. You guys want some through the mail cards? Follow my through the mail Monday stuff. Get some addresses off that, or search for them online yourself. This is a nice batch of inventory for you. I mean, almost all these guys you can find addresses for. Get cards signed. The younger kids watching this, if you're still watching this, I'm doubtful of that, but if the younger kids are still watching this, probably more exciting to get newer players autographed through the mail, but you know what? You get better success rate with these retired players. So now, remember the last time I got 86 tops from my last Jabs pack? It was the gum was there's nothing you can do about it. So this is our last year here, 86 tops before the 84 tops pack. Chuck Tanner. Manager. Not much exciting going on in 1986. Milt Thompson, I think you're... So every card is definitely going to just be destroyed. Every card that has a gum stain on it. So you're just hoping it's not anybody important, nobody big. But this 86 set is but I must say, just even though there's just one kind of messed up card per pack, Brian Downing, as long as it's not like Cecil Fielder, I think his rookie cards this year, and that's about it really. Fielder, Dykstra, that'd be kind of cool to get a Dykstra. And yes, I got Wally's opinion on Lenny Dykstra. I got his opinion on a bunch of Mets players. He had a fight with Gooden, or no, Strawberry. Heard about that. Well, I asked about this stuff. He wouldn't offer this stuff. He didn't miss anything so far. 86 tops is been pretty boring. I think there's a Cecil Fielder rookie card in here. Lenny Dykstra, that'd be kind of cool. Donnie Moore, that was probably the most tragic story in all of baseball. That guy, if you want to read something that'll keep you up at night, you can Google his life. Gave up a pretty important home run, and pretty much was his undoing. But what I was saying to myself, with my camera not recording, these packs are... Remember the last time I got this from Jabs, these packs, these 86 top packs, and it doesn't matter who you get them from. It just seems like that first card is going to be killed with the gum. And you can try to be gentle about it, but it's just a shame. See, I was pretty gentle with it, but still, it didn't matter. That residue's on there. The cards are not worth a whole lot to begin with, so it's no big deal. Definitely getting to the end of this now. Just a couple more cards left. A lot of fun, guys. You don't have to get 10 lots like I did and spend $79.99. You can get 5 lots, get that bonus pack, you know, get that 84 tops or another set or another year. Like, I can't get cards out here like this, so I appreciate the people on eBay that sell these kinds of lots. Who's this? Brian Harper. Anyway, so yeah, it's up a buck now. It's a buck a lot. So instead of $7.95 or whatever, it's $8.95. So and there's United States Postal Service went up so much just recently, and it really changes the economics behind shipping and selling on eBay and stuff like that. So can't blame Jabs for that. You're gonna see things go up in price just because they have to go up in price. Well, this card looks like, oh, that's the gum card. You can tell it's definitely moisture. It's definitely bowed, like it's been wet. So you gotta store these, I guess, in dry areas, and you know who knows how many times these boxes have passed from hand to hand. You're not sure who the culprit is. You know, you don't know who the first. What the first, you know, swampy basement these cards were in. So we are on the last pack, guys. I think the best card, obviously, would be the Chipper Jones 91 Upper Deck. I actually do like the Nolan Ryan Top Stadium Club as well. I'd pull out some more cards, but I got a lot of Griffies, early Griffies. The Deion Sanders was kind of cool. 87 Tops kind of struck out there. Otis Nixon, Mark Langston, Mickey Brantley. That pretty much sums up 1987 for me. Nothing too sexy there, but not bad, guys. You guys need to get yourself some cards to go through, maybe through the mail. I mean, it's a lot of fun with these cards because a lot of these guys sign. But let's see what this 84 Tops card has. Let's see what this 84 Tops pack has for us. Gum is in pieces. It's not just in pieces, it's shattered. Looks like it's ripped right there as well. So there it is, ripped. So it's had a rough life. We start off with a Tony La Russa manager card. And unfortunately, it's dinged up right there. It's got stuff all over it. So 1984. It's cool. Get a Nolan Ryan autograph, but that's going to cost you $60 through his foundation. And Dusty Baker as a player. Dave Winfield. And the last card is going to be Mike Richard. So there we go, folks. There's my 1984 pack. 2019 Tops has the throwback to 84. Super cool. Nice design. I like it. I wish there were some better players in the set. So, and like I said, best two cards probably, the Ryan and Jones. A couple early year Frank Thomas cards I got, and a lot of Ken Griffey Jr. cards I got. So 90, 91, 92. So that's it, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know what you thought. And let me know what pack you liked, what year you liked, anything. Just comment down below. Please subscribe to my videos. Um, that'd mean a lot to me. And that's it, guys. Got some more.